Part of stacking silver is figuring out what you love and what you don't love. And it's also learning the different kinds of silver to avoid, and it's for a good reason. In this video, I'm going to go over several kinds of silver I wish I never would have purchased or avoided completely altogether. Let's get to the video. What's going on, guys? I'm Stateside. Welcome to my channel, and don't worry, I'm not trying to get you to like and subscribe, but if you have an unhealthy addiction to gold, silver, and numismatics as much as I do, then I promise you're in the right place. And as viewers, you don't get the recognition that you deserve, so I want to say thank you for taking the time out of your day to watch my content. Helps me out tremendously. With all that being said, let's roll it. I've kind of referenced to silver that I avoid buying in several videos, so I figured I'd just do an actual video about it. And I'm not trying to bash what silver you own or what you like. I'm all about people and even myself buying what I want. You guys have seen some of the things I own. I just believe there's more efficient ways and better options to the stuff I'm about to show you. So starting out is a war nickel. Now I own a graded one, but it's for my typeset collection. For those who don't know, they are called war nickels because they are minted from 1942 to 1945 and are 35% silver. Now this is very, very important if you're trying to look for these by yourself. There are 1942 nickels that are not silver, and those are from the Denver Mint, and no mint mark nickels. Usually no mint mark coins means it was minted in Philadelphia, but in 1942 the letter P was used for the first time, and those are your silver nickels. So if you find a 1942 nickel and it has a P up there where that mint mark is, that is a war nickel. This one has an S. If you find a 1942 nickel that does not have a mint mark on it, that has no silver in it. So, you know, these war nickels look like your standard, just modern day nickels right there. Like I said, I have one because I'm completing a typeset. So now that you know what war nickels are, people tend to like these because you can get them at or below spot, but that's because when you go to resell them, you will either receive well below spot, or you will run into like a local coin shop like mine where they just won't buy them from you at all. So this is a turnoff for me. Another reason is it's really time consuming to find these and hunt these down. What I mean by this is it's easy to spot constitutional silver, your half dollars, quarters, dimes. I can take a roll out and easily spot the silver. So for example, right here, I have a bunch of quarters. I have one silver quarter in there and a bunch of post 1967 quarters. As you can see, those are mixed with copper. That one all the way to the left is 90% silver. So I can even, you know, throw that in the center right there, and you can still easily spot the silver. So that's when people go, you know, roll hunting. They'll pull out rolls, just have to look at the coins on the side, not have to go searching through dates and mint marks to find the silver. So that's an example with quarters. You can do that with dimes, half dollars. Also, you cannot do that with nickels. They all look the same right there. So you have to look through every single date and find the mint mark to hunt out for that. That might be kind of petty of me to not, the reason I don't like that, but I don't want to have to spend all that time checking dates for a minimal amount of silver in a nickel that doesn't have even like a key date. So, you know, key dates are coins that just because of the mint mark or the date, they are worth exponentially more than their silver content. War nickels don't really have that unless you find like a double die, which is like an error coin. For me, it's always important to have an exit plan for everything I buy in case I have to sell. So for me to buy something I will receive under spot for, or have to take time to explain in a private sale that this nickel is in fact silver, doesn't really make sense to me. They're fun to have for like a collection, or just buy a couple just to add to the stack. But this is not something I would ever go heavy on. So next are your 40% silver Kennedy half dollars. So after 1964, the US Mint went from having 90% in their half dollars, quarters, and dimes, and even their dollars, to either having no silver in their coins or 40% silver Kennedy half dollars. So these right here were minted from 1965 to 1970, and you would need 7 of these 40% silver half dollars to make 1 troy ounce of silver, compared to the 90% silver halves, where you only need 3. So my reasons for not stacking these are the same reasons for the war nickels, but also it just takes up too much space for its silver content. But you can still turn these on their side and you can still see that they're silver right there. So that's an easy way to pick those out. I'd probably buy 40% halves before I bought war nickels. But you'd be surprised how many people refuse to believe there was silver coinage after 1964. So selling these in a private sale can be a nightmare. And by the way, I don't own any 40% Kennedys. These are just my 1964s I'm using as an example. If you don't know what they look like, there's the Kennedy, and then there is your back. So the 1965s and 1970s look the exact same. They just have a lower silver content. So you can still look at these and find these the same way that you would find a silver quarter in your roll right there. Like I said in the beginning of the video, I'm all about people stacking what they like, and I don't want to deter you from anything. But with that being said, there is one kind of silver I will openly speak out about, and it's fractional pure silver, like this gram or this 1/10 piece right here. So I'm more likely to buy some 1/10 ounce over a gram, but the premium on these are just absolutely outrageous. I mean, if I wanted a full ounce of silver out of these 1/10s, it would cost me twice as much as if I was to just get 1 ounce of pure silver in just a coin. So if you're looking for fractional silver, then a constitutional silver is always your best bet. A recap for those who don't know is dollar coins, half dollars, quarters, and dimes minted prior to 1965 are 90% silver, opposed to the 35% and 40% silver coins we just discussed. So like your dimes right here, you guys have seen these before. These are your Mercury dimes or even your Roosevelt dimes. Right here, these are 90% silver. So I would rather own those compared to this gram of silver right there. And if you have any questions, I have plenty of videos that I've made in the past going deep into constitutional silver. It's also known as junk silver or 90% silver. Or you can just email me and we can talk about it if you don't feel comfortable trying to do research by herself. That is all I have for this video, guys. What kind of silver do you avoid buying? And as always, I hope you got something from this video, and I will see you in the next.